witnessing sportsmanship, glory and grandeur. RP Sanjeev Goenka Group owned LSG unveiled the new jersey and the team will be seen donning new colours for the upcoming edition. Sanjeev Goenka with ace cricketers Gautam Gambhir and KL Rahul discussed about the relentless spirit of the game of cricket. He will play a key role in producing a result in the team's favour.
Welcome to the jersey launch event of the Lucknow Super Giants. Right at the top, a big thank you to all our esteemed guests who've taken times out of their busy schedules to be with us here today, especially our BCCI Honorable Secretary, Mr. Jay Shah. Thank you so much. We're so glad you could be here with us this afternoon. लखनऊ के नवाबों ने पहले सीजन में एक बात साफ कर दी कि ये पहले आप का जो अदब है, जो तहजीब है, ये आपको लखनऊ में देखने को मिलेगी, लेकिन मैदान पे और क्वालिफिकेशन की रेस में नहीं. अपने पहले ही सीजन में प्लेऑफ्स में क्वालिफाई किया और अब तो लखनऊ वापस जा रहा है. कारवां तो हमा मियां भौकाल मचेगा. हेलो टू गौतम गंभीर, स्माइलिंग फेस. इशारा कर दिया मेंटोर साहब ने कि पावर प्ले की बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट डिलीवरीज है, टाइम मत वेस्ट कर. Set the ball rolling. So without wasting any further time, I'd request all of you to join me with a nice, warm, resounding applause as I invite on stage the man who's one of the most fundamental forces, the driving forces behind the Lucknow Super Giants. He's put together this team. He's got his vision. We know he's an industry tycoon, but we also know his heart remains with cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Sanjeev Goenka, the proud owner of the Lucknow Super Giants.
Thank you. Good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you. It's a special day, very special. Made so by the presence of a very, very special individual, Mr. Jay Shah. If I may share, he's one person for whom with each interaction, my respect for him goes up and up and up. He's revolutionized BCCI by thought and by action. The first time they broke the broadcast into actual and digital, and it went for a staggering amount. Introduction of 2 new franchises. Introduction of the Women's Premier League. I'm told the minutest detail. For example, engaging the Dabbawalas to promote the Women's Premier League in Bombay was his idea. I thought it was some marketing guru who had done this. Then I was told it is him. He's an example. He's an example of what one can do to an institution with application of mind, thought, and passion. Thank you, Jai Bhai, for being here. It's a great, great, great honor. Ladies and gentlemen, each one of you, thank you for being here. It's a special moment for us. It's an emotional moment for us. Wish us well. All the Indian players of our team are here. Please support them and support us when we go out to play. Ab apni bari hai. Thank you.
Unity in diversity. एंड यही एक टीम की स्ट्रेंथ बन जाती है और लखनऊ सुपर जायंट्स इसका सम्मान करती है और इसी को अपना स्वाभिमान बनाना चाहती है एक नए रंग और रूप के साथ. और उसको एक नई पहचान दी है one of our most famous designers of this current era, Kunal Rawal. You know, someone who's made a name for himself in the fashion industry, redefined the way that men dress. There are some bold statements. There is an amalgamation of personalities, of colors. So before we get to the main jersey launch event, it's only fair that we see a little example of all of this that I encapsulated. और इसमें शायद आपको ऐसे जाने पहचाने चेहरे मिलेंगे जिनको देख के थोड़ा शोर मचाना तो बनता ही है. So please sit back, relax as we continue our build up. It's over to the magic of Kunal Rawal. Now we've come to that point where we're going to unveil something which they love more than anything else. What we've all gathered here for. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the ultimate main course. We're all set to launch the brand new jersey of the Lucknow Super Giants. So can we have some music? And I'd request all our special guests to join me here on the stage, starting with Honorary Secretary of the BCCI, Mr. Jesha, Dr. Sanjeev Goenka, owner of the Lucknow Super Giants. Jesha, you're there. And then, with a big broad smile, as he's promised me, Gautam Gambhir, mentor and captain of the Lucknow Super Giants, KL Rahul. Rahul, where are you? Making its way onto the stage. The moment that Lucknow Super Giants, I'm pretty sure, will be very, very excited. We've seen them in their clothes so far. They look very, very fashionable, but it will come down to the jersey. Right, here we go. Dr. Goenka, Mr. Jesha. Lucknow Super Giants will be donning this hippie-looking blue jersey on the field and hoping to finish the season with a big smile on their face and hoping for a trophy too. Can we all get together now? This is the photo op that you've been waiting for with the jersey. The Lucknow Super Giants ready to rock and roll.
Witnessing sportsmanship, glory and grandeur. RP Sanjeev Goenka Group owned LSG unveiled the new jersey, and the team will be seen donning new colours for the upcoming edition. Sanjeev Goenka with ace cricketers Gautam Gambhir and KL Rahul discussed about the relentless spirit of the game of cricket. He will play a key role in producing a result in the team's favour.
First impressions, proud of the team of course, but how excited are you for this new beginning?
I really loved it. When Kunal shared it with me a few days ago, I sort of fell in love with it completely.
You know, everyone must be wondering, it's the second season, so the whole idea behind going for a slightly new look, what does the jersey stand for? What are the most important principles, by design that you've tried to capture in the jersey?
So we took a little bit of cue from Vastu, and there is LSG inscribed all over it. So what you see here, this is actually LSG all over. So it's not only just the logo, but it's LSG written all over it. And these are colors which symbolize power, achievement. So hopefully, we are going to try for the cup this time.
I'm sure you'll try for the cup, but you must be mighty proud of the achievement. First time team comes together, gets into the playoffs. So just your reactions on that. I'm just giving KL a little more time because, boy, he'll get into the intricate details of fashion and maybe colors and all, a little bit maybe. So.
Yes, we were happy with the performance. But I think it's wonderful that Gujarat, for the first time, participated and went on to win the trophy. So it's a real tribute to the ownership and the team management. And heartiest congratulations to them. And we just hope we can emulate them this year.
Fabulous. KL, your first reactions?
Yeah, I think for me it's always how good it looks. The style quotient is very important for me, and I've been trying to chew Sanjeev sir's ear off for the last year or so to make something that we all as players feel really comfortable and we feel like we look good in it. And it's obviously something that we wear with a lot of pride, and we represent the franchise with a lot of passion, and we want to wear something that also shows and represents that. So my first initial reaction is obviously, it's a very stylish looking jersey, and can't wait to wear it on the first and have a great season this year.
Gautam, colors that are much closer to you. deep
Yeah,
down
absolutely.
within.
I've always bled blue, so what better than this? And it's blue, but I've always believed one thing: the best jersey, the jersey that wins.
Ah, there you go. He's already started. Gautam Gambhir in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely love it.
Mentor is already, he's giving us the pep talks already. Yeah.
I'd actually saved this question for much later, but now that you brought it up, before I go to the mentor, let me ask you, are there moments, because we, when we're on commentary, we're looking and we're just saying, okay, which over do you think Gautam is going to finally go in the middle? Because he looks, he's sitting in front of a laptop.
No, I have to counter that question because you guys hero worship someone a lot, so that's one of the reasons.
Oh, GG.
Yeah, we should worship Indian cricket, not hero worship people.
Oh, we do. We love you, and we're always, the intensity. We try to
Not as much
decode
as
the
some
team
other
talk.
people.
Oh, not my decision to take, Gautam, but we love it. We love when you're sitting in
So
front
much.
of data, because then I can ask you, Gautam, can I lead you to maybe a question which surrounds data a bit? But it's a season where one of the greatest things is that IPL is going back, right? You're going home and away. You'll be playing in Lucknow. You'll have your fans behind you, and that is such a major thing. You felt it, throughout the career that you were playing. How big an advantage is? What has been the talk around the IPL and Lucknow going home?
Look, can't wait for it. And it's always great fun playing in front of a home crowd. And we want to make that a fortress. We want our fans to be pretty loyal. I've been around, I've played for KKR for a very long time, and they were one of the most loyal supporters of KKR, and that is exactly what we want to emulate in Lucknow as well. When they come back, when they come to the stadium, they should enjoy the way cricket is played in Lucknow, how we play in Lucknow, and that is what we want. And when they go back home, they should cherish our performances as well. All we can do is, see, results sometimes cannot be the way you want it to be, but we can still enjoy the way we play on the cricket field, and at the same time, give that much of enjoyment to the crowd as well.
You've played at the ground here. You'll be taking your troops there. Half the matches, that's always spoken about very strategically. You turn your own home ground into your den of sorts. What are some of the areas, without revealing too much, that you're already having a chat with the boys whenever you get an opportunity?
I think a few of us have played there already, and there have been a few matches that have been that have happened in Ekana Stadium, and something that's very obvious is it's a big ground. The dimension of the ground is bigger, and I think that's something that we will try to use to our advantage. And I don't want to give away too much about what kind of pitch we want to play on. It's something that we've had a couple of chats about, and we'll see what works best for our team and try and use a little bit of home advantage. But I think overall we'll just try and create a good wicket, a good atmosphere. Like Gigi Bhai said, we want the crowds to come in and enjoy the cricket, and we want the teams that come in as well to, we want to compete and have a good game, and whatever works best for us, we'll try and do that also, and also try to play great cricket for people around the country to enjoy, and just play some aggressive and fearless cricket.
Dr. Goenka, when you look at a team, and when you're setting it up, the first thing that I'm sure as a team owner that you want to inculcate is a culture, that the team is then remembered wherever you go, an identity of sorts. So what are some of the things that are non-negotiable for you? What you want the Lucknow Super Giants to stand for?
Competitive, fierce desire to win, and fair.
Enough, impactful, to the point. Gautam, as a mentor, what are the challenges that you look up to? If you could just sort of simplify the role that you perform, what are the things that can get tricky? How do you approach them?
This season could be tricky. I'm not saying, because previous season, obviously, we played in certain conditions and the conditions were pretty similar. But this season, when you go to Chennai, which is completely different to what you get in Delhi to when you go to Jaipur, so you will have to be consistent, and more importantly, adaptability. Adaptability is very important because you'll be on a road for a pretty long period of time. And I've always been a believer that 2 months is a very long time, and the tournament lasts for 2 months. So it's not important. It is important to start off well and play consistently, but there'll be hiccups on the way. So I think the team that stays mentally tough, and more importantly in T20 cricket, if you have the courage, courage is one word which is very, very important. When you're in doubt, be positive and be courageous when those important moments come in. And that is what T20 cricket is all about. If we can be courageous enough and we can express ourselves and be positive and fearless, I think we'll be fine.
There's a little clip that was shared recently, which is incredible. You were talking about everyone and harping on the importance that there are no hierarchies when you're wearing this jersey. And you've always said this thing that resonates with everyone, that it's not about the name at the back, it's the name at the front. You're playing for a team. Just talk us through the little conversations you've had with the younger lot so far. And
I remember going to the Indian dressing room for the first time, and I always thought that, why is there so much of hierarchy? I think when you're playing for the country, everyone is absolutely equal. When you're playing for the same franchise, everyone is absolutely equal. From international to domestic, from first-class cricketers who've played 100 first-class matches to someone who's just making his debut. Because when your mission is the same, there can't be any hierarchy, because everyone sitting in that dressing room has only one objective. Whether it's the players or the support staff, is to probably win the tournament. And when you've got that same vision, I've never believed in hierarchy.
you must really benefit from all of this, right, KL? Because there are lots of youngsters, there are lots of senior pros. So when at least everyone is walking in the same direction, you've just thrown down the gauntlet. Makes life easy. How's the relationship? The captain, mentor thing, things that you talk about, things that are on your roster?
Yeah, I think, having great support staff and the support team around makes my life as a captain, or just generally the team's atmosphere, really really good, and something that we've tried to create is like he said, we want guys to compete and be courageous and all of that, but there's also been a lot of clarity. There's also been a lot of respect for each other, and for whoever walks into that team feels like they're part of something bigger, part of a Lucknow Super Giants family, and that's something that we've tried to create. I know it's only been 1 year, but I think we did really well in creating that sort of culture in one season that we've played, and we'll try and build on it and get better with that. And I think when you create something like that, then the boys and just the team, everyone looks forward to turning up in March and April and wanting to really compete together, work together, and try and win as many games as we can, compete to play in the finals. The dreams, and like Gigi Bhai says, everyone walks in the same direction. So that's something that is important that we try to create as a new franchise, and we've done that, but we obviously need to build on it and get better. And in terms of the players that we have, we've all played together quite a lot. A lot of guys that are on the team are people who have played with in different franchisees, but we've all come together beautifully, and we're all in that age group where we've played enough cricket, but we haven't played too much cricket. So there's excitement, but there's a little bit of experience as well. So I think that's a sweet spot of our team, where guys have enough experience and they're raring to go and very excited about playing in the next 2 months in the IPL.
Dr. Goenka, where is this, the excitement that KL's talking about? We hear it from obviously all the cricketers and all, but from your personal point of view, we've seen your involvement, we've seen your excitement, we've seen your commitment. Where does this all stem from, and what excites you the most about being a team owner of this franchise?
Frankly, I was a pathetic cricketer when I was a kid. So I've always had this thing in my mind. But jokes aside, I think it's about seeing this energy, seeing this, the pulse, seeing people resonate with your cause. I think that's the biggest motivator.
It's there to see. Gautam, one final question from the last year. Obviously, conditions and a lot of, in terms of strategies, things will be different as the conditions change. What are some of the learnings that you'd like to incorporate and take forward heading into this season?
There'll always be learnings. It's not that there won't be learnings. Obviously, it's important to play the important moments really well, and that's the reason why I use that word courage. That there'll be times in that competition where we'll be pushed to the corner. How we react to that is very, very important. And that will decide how far do we go in this competition. Because there'll be teams that will push us. And there'll be times we might not be playing good cricket. There'll be times there'll be ups and downs as well. But how we react to those moments will be equally important. And we did that really well in the previous season. And I know that the first aim is to probably reach the playoffs, and after that it's all based on the day, how well you play. But again, for me, I think being courageous and being fearless is something which probably is the definition going into this season.
And do you think you're also sitting at a very nice spot? You know, we're seeing some teams having to go through transition, which is a very obvious thing that will happen in a long league. But when you look at the bunch of players that you have, when you look at, you know, the experience that they bring, you look at the age group, you could actually build onto a solid legacy that could carry on for a few years with this bunch that you have.
It starts with the captain. I think captain is the flag bearer of the team, and it is the captain's team. All of us in the dressing room are there to support him. And there'll be times no support staff can be under the amount of pressure a captain is under in a tournament like the IPL. So the kind of support we can give to the captain, and it's the captain that leads the side, and it's the body language of the captain that will decide how we play on the cricket field. And we were very fortunate that we have someone like KL Rahul, who's got a very, very stable head and a very balanced head as well, because I wish I had that when I was captain, to be honest. I didn't have that. I was probably very extreme, and it did work for me. But for a franchise like Lucknow, it is important to have someone like KL at the helms of it. And I feel that, I think, going forward, I think this is going to be a massive positive for us.
Big thank you to everyone for joining us here and making this jersey launch even more special for Lucknow Super Giants.